shit tonight on my little evening session. My freaking I noticed that my phone wanted to start whatever you updating my other, you know what I'm saying, while I want to grab my news headlines from. But I'm gonna just go off of what I was hearing on my local news. You did, and just you know some things, some news clips. So check it out. First thing I wanted to talk about was they was talking about homelessness amongst the youth in Atlanta and Georgia and whatnot, in Middle Georgia, and what's going on with homelessness. Let me tell you something. It's homelessness is always going to be multi-layered with different areas of what causes it. It ain't gonna never be no just direct cause you could just point at and say that's the reason. But I'm gonna tell you some primary reasons I do see. Government do need to be involved. I think that government need more. Okay, so for instance, right, just even with the fight for blight, how you fight that is you have your city employees who getting paid money cut the damn grasses in the general areas, in the public like walkways with sidewalks, instead of let shit overgrow. I think it starts with a mindset, right? Homeless, part of being homeless is a mindset. You could call it mental health state of mind, whatever, bad mental health or whatever, but it's a mindset and how you view life, and do you want to get up and have a sense of purpose. Part of feeling like you're a part of something is, particularly in my neighborhood within the city, I ain't even need to see a second or third or fourth, fifth house. I seen the first house, and cause I had already just seen just a glimpse of the city. And when I seen my neighborhood and air, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta be here, because everybody grass was cut, fucking where no debris heavily everywhere and shit. And it made me, soon as I got here, I was first day, I slept here the day I got it. I slept that night. Next morning I went straight to Walmart and got me a weed eater. You feel me? And went to cutting. The shit was cheap as fuck. I'm going through it with that same as Walmart right now about that weed eater. That they try to make me, force me to get in store credit rather than give me my money back. But that's another story. Point is, I embodied what I saw around me. You feel me? And I adapted. And so I wanted to be a part of it, and I wanted to increase what I was part of. Hey, whoever just came in, hey, I got music too. I know you listen to music. Check out my music. Even if you don't find this shit interesting, you will find all my other videos. I know when you passing these scrolls and you see people talking, it can't hold your attention because you're already swiping, right? So just check out some of my videos while you're swiping. Even if you don't did this, you're going to did something. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah, I felt like I was, everybody who just came in, hey, I got music videos. Y'all check that shit out. If y'all ain't digging the live feed right now, that's cool, because you swiping, you in the zone right now. So why don't you swipe through some of my music videos and see the interesting person talking. Don't worry about what I'm talking about now, because you might not be interested. But I don't want you to bypass the opportunity of a lifetime to check out all my shit. You feel me? But anyway, what I'm talking about right now, which you probably not interested in, is I was talking about what the mindset that I got when I bought my house, how I seen how clean the neighborhood was. It made me want to keep my upbuild and keep my property clean and enhance my property to fit in around me. And vice versa. If you go in a neighborhood and bitch, your neighbors ain't keeping their shit right, you might say, "Fuck it, what I keeping my shit right for?" Then the neighborhood deteriorates. Well, I believe that's the same mindset that leads into homelessness, when you know it's part conditions, but it's also part of just giving up. Like, fuck it, I can't defeat whatever I'm trying to defeat to get to that next step in life. You feel me? So I believe part of eliminating that, well, part of the big issue as far as the juvenile homelessness is, nobody never call out these juvenile agencies. I mean, there are agencies that's posted. Yeah, people want 5 people left. Then I must have been the agency. Say, what's up? Hey, I'm gonna get my shout outs real quick. What's up, Con? What it is with you? I am not swiping. I am listening to you. Back that up, Danny. I appreciate you listening to me, family. That's really good, bro. Not only materialistic, but also for your soul. Definitely for the soul, you feel me? Because you got to feel good about yourself, you feel me? They say cleanliness is godliness, next to godliness, you feel me? So part of keeping your surroundings and stuff clean, it motivates people around you. I think it just motivates the young fellas, because they see me sitting, like, they probably like, where his daddy at? Or who house he at? It's mine, you feel me? But I don't probably look like I fit the bill, but it'll give them a new perspective to say, oh, when you can identify with something, you feel me? So that's a beautiful thing. And also, oh yeah, back to what the homelessness though. Nobody call out the agencies where these girls be getting molested in these group homes and by these foster dads. So these girls have to run away. You just gotta run away, like Mary J said. And they run away and they find themselves oftentimes in even worse predicaments. But it's hard to say worse predicaments than when you entrusted into a governmental system that's supposed to be watching you and supervising you, but they collecting the check no different from a person who in the street might be collecting the check. Half of these homeless people in the streets actually get a check, whether y'all know it or not. If you ever take time to get to know any of them and talk to them, they get a check. They just out of their mind. And that's another problem in the government system where they don't give you a check until you fully out your mind and you can't even fucking use the check no more. So now somebody else just getting your shit while you sitting out under somebody's bridge. So that's part of the problems right there that we got with homelessness. We got to first look at government and say, what is government doing with the people who are already getting the damn check. You know what I'm saying? Like are these people getting their actual checks? Is the checks actually making it to them? You feel me? Are these funds being appropriated toward living conditions? That leads to homelessness. Some people just say fuck it. And then you look at the drug process. Some people, like, I met this guy one time. He asked me for $1. I said, bro, I give you $1, but you just gotta answer one question for me, bro. I say, I give you $1, or if you just even get up and come tomorrow, I give you $100 to come to work with me. He said, hell no, nigga, I want to get high. He said, I want to get high right now. I said, fuck. That nigga said, hell no, he don't want to come to work with me. He said he want to get high. I said, damn. And then another guy asked him one time, you know, it's crazy because women could do what men could do. Like, women could see the beauty, I guess, in the man who doing bad, and the man could see the beauty in a woman who doing bad, depending on the man, depending on the woman. So, Buddy at the this at the liquor store drive-through. So, he begging for money at the liquor store drive-through and shit, and she looked like she wanted to holler at him. She thought he was finna try to get the number, but he really wanted $1, so she was just disappointed. And so I'm like, bro, you don't see the play? I said, man, let me ask you something, fam. I said, if you had a woman on the bed and she naked and she right there ready for you right there, or you got one flop joint where you can get high, which one would you choose? That nigga like, I'm choosing the flop. I said, oh, Lord. And that basically explains the mindset of an addict. Nothing else matters. No money, no family, no woman, no pussy, no nothing. But the drug itself and when the next high coming. And so when a person is in that cycle, it's very difficult for them to try to get past that. So that's where your homelessness lies at. I think it was in the story that they was telling, they was talking about these people end up in human trafficking. And I'm like, you want to talk about human trafficking? What the fuck do we got with the damn migration shit? That's the human trafficking. You motherfucking collecting our money, giving these, using this shit to wash the money, and put it back in your own fucking programs, and rather than the people who need it. So you washing the money with migrants. That's human fucking trafficking. When you motherfucking lock a bitch up and you tell them that they innocent before proven guilty, but they gotta pay a bond to get out, that's human fucking trafficking. Because you're supposed to be innocent before guilty, but yet you gotta pay a fucking bond to get the fuck out. That's human trafficking. And when you put these kids in CPS and DCF, and then they get lost in the systems from house to house, home to home, and they grow up all fucked up, that's human trafficking. So if they happen to end up in the streets and they end up at anybody's fucking house, how dare you say they fucking human trafficking when you motherfuckers got actual our money and building buildings and you actually trafficking humans? Like, this shit is all backwards in that regard, you feel me? And then it's another news, so I'm gonna lead to the next news clip. The next news clip was talking about world news, talk about North Korea sending shit over to what's the name, and it was like, if Russia take weapons or accept any help, that's a sign of weakness. And I was like, bitch, we accept all these motherfucking countries' help. We and everybody, we need. Listen, if you don't fucking know, just from a geographical standpoint, you need a buffer between you and your fucking enemy, right? That's what I'm not even gonna call the country out. That's for you geographical experts to figure this out. It's a country that serves as a geographical buffer to all the countries deemed by the United States as a threat. So what they do is they empower that geographical buffer with all kind of guns, ammo, and they say they wash one hand in our face in the news and say we condemn you, while they simultaneously use our money to motherfucking back these motherfuckers as they buffer from the rest of these motherfuckers who they look as they are. So what the hell is that? That's a sign of weakness. Because if you really had pressure, you just go motherfucking handle that. Fuck you as a buffer. We gonna start giving our citizens money to you as our buffer, and we just gonna go handle our own beef. So what they really setting up is the next big fucking world war, because what happens is you've been jumping in everybody else shit, and not everybody else, the little small countries is signed to say, okay, that's a Debo. We can't whoop Debo. But that's another Debo. So what they doing is what you call side betting. They motherfuckers say, they say, what's your drug of choice? My drug of choice is truth. I can't get enough of it. I'm addicted to truth. Oh, that's my drug of choice. I love it. Oh yeah, I fucked up. You wanna leave now, bitch? Yeah, that's my drug of choice, cocksucker. So, with that said, this buffer is getting buffed up. You feel me? And that's pause, buffed up. And so with that, that's how that shit worked. And so they was talking about North Korea saying, what do North Korea got to gain? And I'm just looking at all this shit from a street aspect. First of all, I'm American. I live in America. I would never want to live any other fucking place in the fucking world. Never did. All I ever wanted was my dew flowers as what the fuck my fucking ancestors afforded me. So that's all I ever wanted. So I could talk my shit, and I think if a person was to look at a trail of my life and any videos I ever did with my critiques of America, it's no different from the critiques you got of a family member that you love, but you motherfucking get tired of their bullshit. That's the same with me. Me and America has a love-hate relationship. I'm in love with this motherfucker to death. I just hate all the motherfucking things that be encompassing this shit. But I don't want to go nowhere else. And you know, I even feel give me an added level to talk my American shit, because I ain't never been outside the country. To be honest, that's a choice that I ain't never, not because I couldn't afford it. I just never was interested. I ain't seen all of America yet. But it be just tripping me out how motherfuckers be so emboldened and feeling like they so patriotic, but they want to go see the whole fucking world. Bitch, be patriotic. We got fucking 48 states and two outside of this bitch. But if you just want to stay on the land, we got 48 states for you motherfuckers to visit. But you bitches ain't never seen all 48 states, but you done seen multiple countries. But you so American. So when I pop my shit about my gripes about America, that's me as a motherfucker who really in love with this shit. And that's why I'm so affected by every fucking thing it do. Even from when you look at, like, and I ain't never even had thought about it until the other day. I was laughing. My mama talking about some Chinese food, and I thought about, damn, that Trump comment about the Haitians eating the dogs popped in my mind. And I was like, bitch, they got a video on YouTube with the Chinese motherfuckers torching the hair off the dogs and selling them in a big ass shop. And Trump can't even say it because they signed that fucking law in after he said Kung flu when COVID came out. They signed that Chinese anti-hate bill so fucking fast, but they refused for 200 fucking years to sign the anti-lynching. And that's where I say my gripes come in, because this is just like, how many times this fucking country gonna fucking slap me in my motherfucking face with disrespect? Like, motherfuckers won't even goddamn give a nigga no consideration of a reparation. Won't even bring it up at the debates no more. That shit used to come up at debates. Now I don't even, reparations is off the fucking table. But everybody else is on the motherfucking table. Everybody else's agenda is at the forefront. Meanwhile, we motherfucking keep pushing the fucking identity of this country. We define what this bitch is. When they look for fucking hope or motivation, they turn to one of motherfucking us to come get in front of the goddamn camera and motivate some motherfuckers. You feel me? And so it's just like the disrespect couldn't be more real. And so it's just Thank y'all too who was rocking with me this whole time. If you really were rocking with me, why don't you go ahead and give me a like, you feel me? Or check out some of my other videos and my music. Cause I be just feeling like half the time talking just directly to the police without actually getting response. You feel me? Shit, I wish you could just tune. If you want, join in or something. However, but point is though, that's where my gripe come in at. Like, so I say that to say, I love dearly this country. Like, bitch, I don't think nobody in this country love this bitch more than me. But nobody in this motherfucker can get mad at this bitch more than me either. Because I'm so into it. Like, if you even just look at the Articles of Confederation, you feel me? If we was to look at a system like that, with the Articles of Confederation, it said the common logical approach to a presidency is we just gonna take the best of both. So fucking fuck the vice president was the motherfucker who came literally in second. So by rule, fucking whoever wins this race would be president, and the second person runner up would be their vice president. Ain't no goddamn their vice president. They can go off somewhere. You feel me? That's a logical approach to not just this race, but any fucking race we doing. Let's just take the best of both minds and let's make this shit work. But most Americans don't even know about the Articles of Confederation. They want to talk about some Constitution, which was in place before the article. I mean, the Constitution. The Constitution took like 10 years to even be doctrinated. I be losing motherfucking like get this deep. Anyway, I think I done enough talking. All right, y'all.